Good evening, everybody. It is I, Jesse Jammy, your virtual resident of the internet, and today we are trying to fucking go at finishing the first Great Ace Investigations game. My fucking god, this final case is taking it's taking us like 4 streams to get through it. Like, what the hell? Like, none of the other trials for this long. My god. I guess like a lot to go through, but my god. Yes, but I hope everyone's been having a fantastic week thus far. To catch everyone up, we think this guy killed someone. That's all the context I'm gonna give. Yeah, I know. I haven't done anything too exciting in my day. I did some art. I did some art. I went to the gym, and that's about it. Now my neck kind of hurts, so that's probably not a good sign. Anyway, stop throwing nonsense. You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation. If you want to get real honest, everything in this case can be connected to you. The murder of the Master Second was done as self-defense. Oh, right, and this guy's an ambassador, so the fact that we're accusing him of murder, it can cause an international incident. In my trials, no man escapes his crime alive.
Perhaps so, if you were my opponent in court. However, there's one very important fact I think you may have forgotten. And what is that?
What, we're not in court? Or is it that this evidence can't be... Yeah, we had this whole thing, it's like, oh, we can't use this evidence. Oh, should we... Oh, this evidence is illegitimate. Can we use it? Can we not use it? And I put don't use it, and the game's like, oh, nah, you just gotta use it anyway. That's what you mean. Extraterritoriality.
That's right. This embassy sits on what is effectively the Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held will be held in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts. Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this?
Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of the people who confess to their crime. And that's the court's job.
And I've already confessed to all my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even in your own country's soil. Therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts.
Now, that arrogance and your expression has nothing like the face of someone who's ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hands.
These crimes you all speak so seriously of. To me, this has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy for your accusations, but it's no big deal. Alabasta has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game. These 2 layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he's one of those who cannot be brought to court. You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch... Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch you eviction papers. Ugh, is there nothing we could do?
I mean, technically, as far as we're wait. Oh, shit, I think oh, shit, I forgot. I can't remember who has, like, the real Primadux, the real, like, statue. Is it in Cadopia right now? Because, I mean, even though technically it's Alabast, we could maybe say that, we could maybe spin it so it's like, oh, Cadopia has the right to become... Wait, no, it's not, Cadopia's a combined country, not the other country, fuck. The other country, it was called Babel, yeah. We could maybe, I don't know, say that like, oh, Babel has the real statue, so it has the right to form Cadopia, and so thus you'll be tried under their laws, and you might not be able to get away with it or something. I don't fucking know. I can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality.
Yes, and there's nothing we can really do about that. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice.
I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't lay a finger on him.
I know.
Yeah, imagine how Agent Lang feels. I mean, this guy's basically crippling the economy of his country, and Lang can't do a single thing about it. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of. If we can't even give an evil guy like him the slap on the wrist, then what the heck were laws created for? What good are they? And if the law can't help us, then I'll go as the Yatagarasu and take care of this myself.
Don't you dare!
Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, that was a bit harsh.
I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador after all. And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is kind of their country, I guess. But I feel like I was slapped across the face for just doing my job. I mean, I'd imagine you get that a lot, because I mean, you do give shitty testimonies a lot come true.
What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack?
Come on, everyone. We can't give up yet.
Okay.
I want you to think about something for a sec. We've never let up for even a second, and as long as we don't stop investigating, he might find a rotten treasure hidden here. She's right! Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
You're right, Kay. Very well. Let us reopen the investigation and see what we can find. Come on, Kay.
Right behind you. Okay, now go check up a bit more, sir. And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast. Huey fucking... What do you mean Huey fuck... What? Well, okay, so... Do you mean who did it? It was Alba, the ambassador of Alabast. Like, this old fuck. Yeah. And apparently, even though he confessed to everything, like he confessed to like everything, but apparently since he's the ambassador of Alabast, we can't do shit to him. Like, he can confess all he wants, but at the end of the day, at most, he's just going to get tried back in his home country. And since he has a very high-ranking position, it's very likely that there's going to be no punishment done to him. So now I think we're trying to find a way to like bring him to some kind of justice. I don't know if it's like by shutting down like everything he's built up, or if it's like trying to do like old switcheroo in the way that like he can be tried in this country, or we get Babal to like be like the ones like heading the Cotopian restoration committee, which would basically mean that Alba would be tried like fairly then. I don't know.
Before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping.
Fashion flower status erased from my organizer. Theatre Neutral's lobby.
Ambassador Alba seemed agitated over something. I wonder why. There are two special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him.
I wonder, like, but the thing is that like he killed who was effectively like an American citizen. Like, wouldn't like America like have a say in, I guess, like the proceedings then? Or is it a case where it's still Alabasta? Or would it be a case of like it would be like so messy that it would take like years for anything to be done like in real life? Nope. Oh shit, okay.
We are unable to legally prosecute him.
Cool! Sounds like embassies are the perfect place to do whatever you want.
And murdered the Master Second, run a smuggling ring operation, and make counterfeit bills apparently.
But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Kojin and Babal.
Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupons printing press to do so.
Okay.
It was the same story over there anyway, but also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point, the ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country.
Really? It would depend, but him being a ambassador would most likely give him some form of diplomatic immunity. Ah, okay. Yeah, nah. If I was like smart enough to be a country ambassador, I probably would not be working fast food or even be a VTuber. Actually, I don't think I'd even be able to be a VTuber. Like, I think there'd be like too much like risks in like doing that.
He retains some very special rights indeed.
So the most we would do is send him right. Yeah, like. Yeah, and like I said, since he's like a very respected person over there and has like a very like high-ranking position in general, there's probably nothing going to be done to him. And he even said that like there's like 100 other embassies around the world he'll probably just get sent to.
Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we can't bring him to trial here.
So I guess we really don't stand a chance, do we?
We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either one of his special rights.
So what? Give him American citizenship? Yeah, good fucking luck with that. Or I guess depose him of his position as ambassador, but wouldn't that require us going all the way to Alabasta to do that?
This was taken just before two sorry, I can't speak for some reason. This was taken just before two ambassadors gave the banquet to Seal Samurai. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is it someone's picture that I've seen? In this picture that I've seen before. Wait.
Wait, where was this taken?
I won't rest until I've inspected every. Okay, yeah. It appears to be a banquet. A Persian lemons and roses.
Mr. Edriff, don't you know what those flowers are called?
Shut up, yes I do. Just ignore me. Anyway.
Wow, you even know the exact species? I never figured you for an expert on flowers.
Ugh. So because of those flowers that old lady sends every month. Just look at me. Ugh. Just look at me. I sound like some sort of botanist.
So, what exactly is the yellow flower here?
That one.
Oh, sorry.
That one. I'm not sure.
What? You don't know?
As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But I feel as though I've seen a shape somewhere before.
No. Best ever claims.
There's a counterfeit plate used to make counterfeit Zheng Fa bills. It's incredibly detailed. It even includes a phoenix taken off into the sky. With planes as fine as crafted as these, it's no wonder the fakes are so hard to spot.
how do you get them like that? Okay, oh, don't answer that. Don't actually answer that. I don't I don't need to know. Also, since you technically killed on non-your soil, we standing. Oh, true, because technically it was done in Alabast. Hmm.
There's that troublemaker standing there smack in the center of the two peace signs.
Wow, Steel Samurai sounds like even more than two ambassadors in this picture. Oh, hey, person who plays Steel Samurai is one of your friends, right?
No. No. I have no idea who he is.
That is the appropriate reaction. Wait, but you just said he. You knew which gender he was, so you must know him, right?
I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Can't believe he was pretending to be a harmless old grandpa.
Talk about deceptive.
I don't suppose anyone would expect him to change that drastically.
I bet he's thinking of something evil behind that cheery smile.
Okay, please try to remain calm and focus on the here and now.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got worked up there. Also, sorry, I just realized this. There's a good chance I might need to take an extended break at some point this stream because I actually do need to talk to my sister about something, but I don't know if she's gonna call me like tonight or like tomorrow about it. So yeah, just a little word of warning just ahead of time. Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if we keep on investigating. Don't bring him up till 8 years from now. Where we're involved in a time travel case. Yes. Oh my god. Mr. Paulino has a really great smile, don't you think? But he's really happy that we're going to become, that they were going to become Kadopia again.
Perhaps. But instead, he became the greatest victim in today's case. An ambassador like him, who is always so good of his country, is really to be admired.
Yeah, whether this happens, I hope they'll be able to reunite the country someday.
I hope so as well. But for that to happen, we need to solve this case first.
Damn. He really did want to do like what was best for his country, but was being deceived by everyone around him, even by like people he trusted the most.
We need to see to it that the only one who would harm the Nucadopia, that those who would harm the Nucadopia are locked away.
And we will.
Seems our lilies are the scent of the bouquet with an accent of chamomile.
Wow. I could tell you smelled the wonderful fragrance.
Okay, this is just a picture.
Look, I know that. But it's nice to imagine things once in a while, you know? It's just a sense of empathy.
If you can smell the fragrance of flower from a photo, that's more like a hallucination.
You don't have to be so mean about it.
Let's just drop this just before it's in full bloom.
She has phantom smell. Is that like an actual thing, like phantom smell? I know, wait, it is? Damn. Well, I think it's this they want us to deduce, but they want us to say, oh, it looks familiar somehow. But the only thing I could think of is that golden pin kind of looks like Pac-Man, but that's about it. Similar, blah, blah, blah. And it's golden flowers. People can have phantom everything. Oh, damn. Huh. I mean, I knew about, like, phantom touch, but that was about it. No. Oh, wait. The pen looks like the thing in the handle. Oh, but we're like really low on. What about Phantom? Wait, yeah, wait, shit, wait, I didn't know about, wait. Wait, yeah, I didn't know about Phantom Pain, wait, what am I talking about?
Babal's national symbol is the butterfly, and alabaster is the flower. It would appear that someone is employing the old hide the tree in the forest trick.
What are you mumbling about what are you mumbling to yourself about? Oh, wait, what? The handle of the knife?
Yes, it is the handle that was supposed to be in the blade that killed Mr. Cochin. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Theatrum Neutralis. And the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying.
Ooh.
The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower petals is missing.
Oh, and take a look at the weapon itself. It's just the exact same petal.
But the knife in the photo is most definitely the same as the murder weapon.
Ooh. Sorry. So is that... Okay, that's everything we need.
We're also sent by a variety of people in the business to celebrate goodwill events. Even the Steel Samurai received some flowers from the ambassadors.
So many bouquets here. It's like a wedding ceremony.
I believe the flowers for those are for a slightly different reason.
What do you mean? This event was supposed to be like a wedding between Alabas and Babal, right?
Actually, I believe they're more of a state of divorce.
Okay then. The event was supposed to be the remarriage ceremony.
I suppose you could call it that.
Oh, I can't even go in there. Hello, welcome to Embassy Babal. I'm sorry, but I
really don't need to enter your country at this time.
Right now, for limited time here at the Babalese Embassy, we're offering a special Experience the Terrifying Fight's Ashes tour. So how about it? Shall I sign you up?
We're fine, thanks. We have an investigation to run.
Bro, someone just fucking died and you're already making a tour about the thing that causes death? Bro, I get you could be a bit of like a sleazy like businessman, but still. Yeah, I can't enter out. I can't enter.
The backdrop there is the Steel Samurai stage show today.
I have to climax that show. Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. That's the first time I've seen that special move. But, well, the German Ninja stage show climax was much better, of course. I'm at work, but wanted to wish you a good evening, Broseph. And I hope you have a good day at work, Punterful. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, is that a fact?
That scene where he sings for Princess Misola and gave her those hair sticks. I could totally feel the love there in my heart.
The German Ninja is more than just popular to female audiences.
Alright, what else? Is there anything else we can investigate? Global Studios?
That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They've been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled.
Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That mascot on that logo is getting a face-off too, right? What's his name?
You mean Mrs. Monkey?
Yeah, I thought something like that. You really have great memory.
Huh. Never underestimate the powers of my powers of recollection. Yes, while Phoenix may have his weird locks shits, I have the power of thinking really, really, really hard.
I still can't believe they chose to make that Edrov's like special ability. Just think really, really hard. I mean, no fairness, given everyone else. I was the ambassador Albert, no one's allowed into Alabast.
Noof. There was an old lady with a whip passed through here not too long ago.
She's from Interpol, and had proper paperwork. So while I was reluctant, I had to let her in.
Huh. Sounds like Francisco, alright.
Besides, if I didn't... that whip of hers.
Yep. Definitely Francisco.
So what else can we, like, investigate?
You see the Bubbly's embassy, which is undergoing major renovations. From room expansions to garden upkeep. Looks like a lot of construction's going on.
Mr. Paolino said that all this work is really hard on him. He said that Mr. Cochin passed away. It just sounds like he'll be the kind of person to go,
Power Rangers? Power Rangers were first. Super Sentai just
copying from the Rangers. I mean, maybe. I mean, possibly. I mean, if we go under the assumption that this takes place in America, yes, he would most definitely think that.
She got really chummy with that ambassador.
What can I say? I should have good nose for money.
I should have known.
I guess if there's nothing else to investigate. Pals are thinking really, really hard. Activate. Alright. Just given how low of like health we have, I probably will have to like save scum just a little bit. I'm not gonna try to rely on it too much, but yeah. Agitated alibi. So what is this that he didn't want us to investigate? I guess the natural assumption is this, but okay, no. Could be this? Or do we just not have the answer yet?
Okay.
There we go.
You know that the counterfeit bills are printed using the embassy's press. But the necessary materials such as Bubbly's ink and paper must have been hidden in a secure location. But what do you think would have happened if the renovation had begun?
Well, he probably had to find a better hiding place to get rid of it all.
Right. So we can assume that the renovation was the cause that placed in Bill's disposal. The reason Mr. Cochin was killed as the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Based on what we know, who do you think was the one with the most to gain? The one person who had been erasing all evidence from the smuggling operation. From both embassies, a co-conspirator who was mopping up Ambassador Alba. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Manny Cochin.
There we go.
The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find, and the motive for killing Mr. Cochin. Miss Yu said herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we were to take her words at face value.
A friend found a mini PC from under $150. How good is... Wait, how... $150? Like, how good would that get you? How good would that be?
You didn't want us to discover the real circumstance behind Mr. Cochin was killed.
Then you mean Ambassador Alba is the real killer? Because, I mean, I don't know, like... If it's good enough, I actually might... Because honestly, I might just buy one myself and just take that and, like, a mini monitor... I just take, like, a mini, like, monitor of me whenever I, like, travel out so I can, like, actually do stuff while I'm away. Because honestly, that would be, like, cheaper than just, like, getting a laptop. That can play Cyberpunk at 1080p in low at 60 What the fuck? What the fuck are they putting the what kind of mechanical drugs are they putting in this thing to make that happen? What? Oh my god! What kind of like digital steroids are they pumping into that fucking thing? I don't know, but like, has that actually been like tested and shown that it can run that, or are they just claiming that it can do that? Because I don't know, like saying it's like one thing, but actually like showing that it can do that is a whole other. But I thought the two of them were friends.
Maybe they were, but what if Mr. Cochin was the one who first betrayed their friendship?
Oh, I get it. Was Mr. Cochin pushing really hard for Mr. Paolino to be ambassador after the reunification?
Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal out.
They played it for oh my fucking god. Okay, damn. All right. Okay, well, I guess like, well, sure. I guess I've been showing up then. Guess I've been showing up then. Sorry.
Yes, and that's the real reason why he wanted to steal Alabaster Prima Duck's statue.
So Mr. Cochin hired the Master Second to go steal it for him. When Ambassador Alba found out he was up to, he killed Mr. Cochin?
There's definitely a possibility at this point.
Those two really were thinking of no one but themselves. But the question is now, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was an Alabast. But Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babel, right?
Right, and that is what we need to solve next. I believe we now understand why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. It must have something to do with where Mr. Cochin was killed. A place where the Alabastian embassy was likely to meet Babelese Mr. Cochin. The place where Ambassador Alba happened to have a connection to...
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Fuck, I pressed the wrong thing. I pressed the wrong thing. Shit, wait. Bruh. Alright, don't fuck it up this time. Save. Don't laugh harder. Don't laugh harder. Bro. Okay, I fucked up like once. Come on, it's not that deserving of laughter.
The place where Ambassador Alba happened to have committed the murder is...
Would it be the Theatrum Neutralis? Because I'm thinking, like...
The only place that makes sense is here at the Theatrum Neutralis.
What? Here?
The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So the only place that both of them would have been is here.
If that's the case, then everything changes. This theater isn't actually Alabastian land. So that wipes out one of those extraterritorial rights he has.
It makes logical sense. In which case, there's a reason for us to investigate further.
So what should we check out? I don't know why, but the smile here, it just makes me laugh. It's so dumb. She has such a dumb smile here. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me laugh.
Let's see. I believe we should check out the immigration records for both Alabasta and Babal post haste. The Babal's record should be easy to obtain. Oh, but the problem will be Alabast's.
Why are you... Okay, what... Do I even want to know what you're licking there? Do I even want to know what you're licking?
Oh no, they allowed us to see their records despite the order to vacate. Ooh.
I am already one step ahead of you, Miles Edgeworth.
Franziska.
I I have here the secretariat, the security footage from both Albast and Babal. Bruh, okay. You'll do well to take a look at these. Take a look at this contents.
You move fast.
Havon Kama strives to be perfect in every way. It's not in my nature to keep on retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Babal investigation reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuse to back down or say that we can't solve this case.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We won't be beaten. Because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he?
Hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime?
No.
So this video contains footage from Alabast's immigration screening area.
I really hope there's something here that we can use. $522. $523, Steel Samurai.
Which one's the footage should I examine?
Let's do 522.
Can't believe how completely fooled I was by the way he carried himself.
He had me fooled too. According to the files I sent for earlier, Ambassador Alba
So,
was a Godobian hero. He saved the royal family from danger countless times. So what bothers me is why would a man like that create a smuggling ring? That's a good point. I mean he has like, ow, oi, oi. That's like a good point. Like, why? That's the thing I don't get. It's like, why would he create a smuggling ring? Like, is it just because he's evil? Oh, I am Mr. Evil, so thus I'll smuggle counterfeit bills into foreign countries. Like, is it really just that? Or is there another reason? Because, like, I don't know, because, like, because if anything, like, he's an ambassador for a country. He's like a really respected person back home. Like, he has things that many people could only dream of having, and yet he's doing illegal shit. What?
sounds like the ambassador was an evil who was corrupted by evil. But no matter what happened in the past, we can't let the man he is now escape justice.
Those are the posters, this country's tourist spot. Though most are of Gateswood land. I wonder if Alabastians in general like theme parks at all. The guard who stopped you has been in Gatewood land a number of times apparently. I guess they don't have theme parks in Alabasta, huh? I mean, I wouldn't know. This man is the immigration officer who was on duty. He's making the exact same scary face that he was making a minute ago. Wait, is it just me or is he blushing? It appears he got flustered around the ambassador. Favorite reason could be, I could do whatever I want, so why not try my hand in it? I mean, honestly, I'm surprised. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think back real quick. I'm surprised we haven't had a, like... I'm surprised we haven't had someone whose like whole motivation was just simply, oh, I just want to see if I could do it. I guess the ambassador was really well respected inside Alabasta too.
You could say that. The guards don't appear to be capable of looking at the ambassador.
It's
the door leading to the Theatre of Neutralis.
The more the guy tried to keep me out, the more I wanted to get in. It's human nature. But guess I can't complain too much. I did get let in the end.
At least nothing seems to be out of the ordinary of that door.
Okay, like, I still can't believe that, like, Edgeweb's size in his head. Want to see if I can get away with it. Yeah, pretty much. And then later, he shook hands with Steel Samurai in his office. And then he was going to give a speech at the Rose Garden. Being an ambassador sounds like a busy, busy job. It's like someone's always feeling. Because, I mean, another thing to consider, he's like old as shit. He's like 72. He doesn't really have that much longer left to live. So, like, why bother?
Yes, I'd imagine it's something like that. Despite how busy he was, he still managed to find time to kill Mr. Kuchin and to move his body somehow from the Theatrum Neutralis.
Anything else we can investigate, or is that it? Seems to be about it. 523.
On the outside, he may look like Steel Samurai, but on the inside, it's just Larry.
Other than the fact that is that good for nothing else seems out of order.
Wait, you know as well as I that anything can happen if he's involved.
You're not suggesting that someone could be under the mask, are you?
No, I don't think that. Before he entered here, he gave me an autograph, so I'm certain it's Larry under there. Wasn't something about this lump-shaped structure was odd?
Huh? Isn't that supposed to be the shape?
No, there's clearly something odd about that bulge.
Okay.
If only we had the push card itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch. Next, let's check the footage in the bubbly security camera.
Hope it shows us something good. Phooey.
There's a single sign of suspicious person or anything. That right there is the contradiction.
Did I miss something?
You didn't miss anything, because there was nothing to miss. But what is missing is the image of Mr. Kochin entering his own country.
Wasn't his body found in the bulb?
It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself.
Okay, it's not a full, but I can accept it.
Ambassador Alba. I thought I'd ask you and your group to vacate the premises, Mr. Edgeworth.
So we can't trail him, but the other country can. Yeah, I think so?
Actually, I thought I should let you know that the theater sits in my country's soil. You've had your fun. Now, and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare say that you even achieved a new high score. However, once you've recorded a score, the same game can never be replayed again.
Yeah. It can. That's the point of having a score, dummy. So you have a goal to beat. Fucking senile dumbass.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game is done, and it's game over. No.
Where do you think you're going this time of night?
After I made it to my crime, I was overcome with regret. So I'm heading to the airport now to return home. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. There's still too many issues we need to discuss with you. You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it. Ugh. Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador Alba? Ambassador Paulino?
Even just a teeny tiny bit of fun with me.
The already strained relationship between our countries is in a precarious situation, you know. Very well, if you insist. I will play just one more round with them and see what they want. Not that I'll get any farther. Ambassador Paulino, Mr. Edgeworth, all I wish is for the normalization of relationships between our two countries. But there's one person staying away with that dream. I believe in you. You'll do what is right. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Now then, what is it you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch after all. So I'm afraid you'll have to limit to just one question. That's more than enough because I only have one question anyway. I want to hear your alibi about how you couldn't have killed Mr. Manny Kuchin. Oh, I see. You seem to have a good hand at this time round. This should be fun. This really is the very last chance you have to bring him down. I won't allow even an atom-sized contradiction to slip by.
Bam.
Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Kuchin and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was in Albas the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Babal. That is my alibi. So, that is your alibi. That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed the crime in Babal. Now that we've cleared that up, I appreciate if you to move out of my way. I said hold it. What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd allow one question. You did. But you have yet to really answer my one question. What? Until he tells the truth, I will refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing. Very well. I'll play this game with you a little longer. Miles Edgeworth, as vice supporter and representative of the country's prosecutors. You are forbidden to lose. Of course. That is something I've understood from the start. That guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he? Yes, I believe so. The goal of the first Artigrassi was to capture of the smuggling ring's leader. My father and Uncle Bads. Their legacy will live on. Through me. So that's why I've got to catch him, okay? We will. I promise. Now, Mr. Elba, let's have the truth now, shall we? No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same. Ooh. Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being placed on suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Kuchin and I were fellow smugglers. It's not a hypothesis. We proved it to be what happens. Well, let's leave that once, or at least leave that to one side for now. Because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive. Oh? So you really had no reason to kill Mr. Kuchin? If you want to suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, it's nothing more than a silly game to me. Even if that's how you see things, I appreciate it if you would take me seriously. Sorry. I suppose you are a bit of a pickle. Very well. A game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I'll formally claim I had no motive to kill. Now let's see, disprove it. How could he stand here looking proud when he killed another human being? Well, I'm not gonna stand by and just watch him get away with his crime. Do we need to present? So that's catch my eye.
must be some sort of fake was used as a weapon. I guess if anything, we need to. Do we need to press? Are you serious that just because your partner says you had no motive to kill? I'm only filling your hypothetical scenario if it's a logical conclusion. My sister could have admit himself that he was in league with Mr. Cochin. I suppose not. But I do know his relation to the smuggling ring, to Mr. Cochin. I mean, he's the ringleader and Mr. Cochin was the subordinate, right? Correct. But I know more than just that. Miss Von Karma, I'm sure you remember the safe in Mr. Cochin's office, correct? Yes. The safe had 2 compartments didn't it? Yes. And why do you think those stolen goods was being stored in Mr. Cochin's office? Would it be because he was trying to cheat Ambassador Elba behind his back? So Mr. Cochin didn't turn the goods over, but decided instead to keep them for himself? I suppose that's possible. It seems to me that both men were only concerned their own wealth and well-being. That means maybe they didn't have a trusting relationship after all. What Ambassador Elba had to gain? I believe that is his motive for killing Mr. Cochin. What are you people whispering among yourselves over there? Oh, I'm sorry I kept you waiting. Now let's continue with your testimony. Okay, no. Also, just why is this? So I've been like looking at his nose this entire time. Why is it just like a stubbed end? What exactly did you do while you were in Alabast? I had the meaning to steal samurai, and then arrange a few files. Around that time, that thief was stuck in and took me by surprise. You'll say that it was the Master Second that made the first move. It's just some naughty good stuff, so you I don't really know what smugglers do in their spare time, so I guess I have to believe it. So I'm just checking a few things at the moment. Alright. Yes, it was after I was attacked. I hit him on the head with the Prim Duck statue. Unfortunately, he died from the blow, but it was an act of justified self-defense. Calling it that doesn't cover up what you really did. Cover up? No, my boy. I'm not covering up anything. I'm telling the truth. You weren't planning to admit it, which is why you tried to frame the Steel Samurai. If you wanted a buster, I'd be letting my whip fly loose on you right now. I'm terribly sorry that I didn't clean up the body better, but I am a busy man. I had a speech to give at the Rose Garden after, you know. Yet despite that, you still had time to kill Mr. Cochin, didn't you? Man is evil, and I'm sure you are familiar with the facts, but Mr. Cochin was killed in Babal while I was on my way to Alabas. That old man has a deep voice. Well, I mean, I did give him up this voice at first, but now that he kind of looks like this, it kind of just doesn't feel that appropriate. I don't know, so I'm just going on the assumption he used a fake voice to further the ploy. Didn't you? Oh yeah, I did hear his objection. I did hear his objection. The Master Seconds notes. Okay, no, it can't be. It can't be the Prim Duck statues. What motive would he have had? Okay, no. Hmm. Could it be the counterfeit plate? Okay, no. Okay, fuck. I actually have no idea what it could be. Oops, sorry. Counterfeit bills. Bass. I presented both of them, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Hmm. Counterfeit bills. The Master Seconds notes. Samurai dogs. Trump card. Videotape. Hmm. They're both really greedy men. Okay, no. What motive would I have had to kill my co-conspirator? No, okay. I know I was supposed to present something, but I don't know what. Because we pressed on like everything, I think. Hmm. Oh, there we go, there we go. If you want to know, I believe you had the motive. I believe you did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Kojin had betrayed you.
But you had your own reason too. Namely, you wanted to put the smuggling all on him. Evil begets evil. And because you were trying to test each other, it turned into this mess. I don't believe this. You have a bad penchant for telling tales, Mr. Prosecutor. Had you were not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your arguments. I never use guesswork in moving my case forwards. No, that's a rookie lawyer, despite the fact he beat me like 5 times, but let's ignore that. It has been proven that this note was written by Mr. Cochin's hand. Shall I take a look at what it says? The contents of the note. It's a request calling for the theft of Alabaster Prima Duck statue. By killing him and pushing all of the guilt of smuggling on him, you walk away spotless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had more than a few reasons to kill him. Are you finished with your hypothesizing? Excuse me? Let's suppose I did have a motive to kill. Even so, a motive or thought alone can't kill. Isn't that right? I don't expect him to resort to playing the semantics game with me. It appears that this is where the real battle will begin. Oh. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what? I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question. Ambassador Alba, if you could please give us just a little bit more of your time. It doesn't matter what kind of man he was. He was my subordinate. Which is why I would like for us to figure out the real cause of his death. That is something for Babal to figure out, and something of which I have no relation to. Now it's even turning down requests from Ambassador Palino. I'm very sorry, but it seems now even my voice falls on deaf ears. There's no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Palino. Grr. We must find some way to stop him from leaving. It seems there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home. Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba. Okay? Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth, the Atakarasi's legacy will live on through me. Yes, but Hanu suggests we stop him from leaving. He just leave that to me. Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this? No, I shall recognize that tattered old organizer. You'll shoot him in the kneecap. I mean, it would delay his departure. Wait, where have I seen that before? That's the clue my father, Bern Faraday, left for us. Did you say Bern Faraday? Mr. Faraday's organizer. Don't tell me this is the one from the second KG8 incident. The one from which he wrote about Yatakarasu's key. Yes, this organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Miss Yu kill 7 years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. You say that like it's related to me. Inside this organizer, he wrote up every detail of every evil you did. What an amusing little girl you are. That sort of trickery won't work on me. You won't believe me? To take a look at this. What is that toy there? Jesus Christ, that hurts my ears to look at. That's... a secret device is used by the Yatagarasu. Or rather, by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy. What? These 2 pieces of evidence that hold information Yatagarasu dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send an old Alabast right behind you. Little girl, get to the point! I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time. If you win, then I'll hand over these 2 pieces of evidence. Yatagarasu! Ever the thorn in my side. Okay. Does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings? It's nothing case-breaking, really. Oh, it was just a bluff.
Even if it was, you can still let it into my. We still can't let all this info my father and Uncle Bad found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of the little thief is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces. Aren't they keepsakes of your father? It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come up on top of the ends.
Okay.
When the going gets tough, someone's gotta be there to put the wind back in your sails. After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature. I refuse to lose this tour. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home until you give us further testimony.
How dare you all, barring a person like me. Ambassador Alba, your testimony, if you please. Alright, but this is the absolute last. Then, even with all the power of the Ambassador Palladino's office, you won't stop me. My countless opportunity K has created for me to go to waste.
Feelings? Didn't expect that little motivational speech to give you feelings. Yeah, I know, right? No matter what, no matter what flaws the game may have, Ace Attorney knows how to tug at your heartstrings. They absolutely know how to tug at your heartstrings.
Last time I met Mr. Cochin was here in the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabasta rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there's no time span in which I could have killed him. Wouldn't you agree? Now, since you people are practically begging, I'll allow you to question me. What an arrogant old man. Yes, but no matter. We can't allow this chance to escape us. I will warn you, though. You've reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with inane questions and you will be punished. So any need of pressing or presenting will hurt our case.
In that case, only ask. The only thing you can do is present the correct evidence, understood?
Of course, I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Cochin was killed before he returned to Babal. In which case, there's only one statement for which to present the evidence.
Okay, so that's true. First statements. The last time I met Mr. Cochin was here in the Theatrum Neutralis. Wait. First fire during Jam and Ninja Show. Occurred after Jam and Ninja Show. Where was the picture taken? It was after the Steel Samurai show. This one was taken. Yeah, this is like right after the where was it taken? That's what I'm trying to, that's what I wanted to know. I don't know, I'm trying to think. So if this was taken in the Theatrum Neutralis. Also, I need to double check. Want to risk it? I mean, not without saving first. Wuss. Fucking, yeah, I'm a wuss. Bro, you seen how I played the Apollo Justice trilogy. The fact I'm not playing this in the same way is a very brave move for me. Okay. Um, yeah, so I can't ask further questions because he's not really gonna answer any of them. After that was an alabaster. Rest of the time, as stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. Get the picture, also be used for the false name if you remember correctly. Okay, I don't think it's gonna result in the automatic game over, but okay, so oh shit, I was right.
I'd like to take a look at this picture. It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? It was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations.
Oh, sorry. The old age is catching up to me.
Oh, it's commemorative, alright. One that captures proof that I need to show that it was you who committed the murder. Ugh, come again. This is the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. I see you recognize it. As well you should, for it was you who brought it to the theater. You hid it amongst the flowers you were to give to the Seal Samurai, meaning that you killed Manny Cochin here in the theater.
It's time for me to catch my flight.
We're not through yet.
It was right for the wrong reason. Yeah.
It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thank you for the entertainment. Ugh. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same. I won't be returning to this country ever again. That's right. This man is an ambassador. He has extraterritorial rights.
How did you just forget that after we made a big show of it?
But how hard we chase after him, we won't be able to have him tried in court. Yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless cur. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell. The courts. Is there no one who could lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end?
I fucking knew it. I knew it. He was gonna come back.
Agent Lang.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor.
Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba.
I'm through playing games with you people. You can't touch me. If you do, it will spark an international incident, Agent Lang.
Took long enough to count Jackie Chan, Jesus Christ. Sorry, but no, it wouldn't.
What?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back. Say, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity has just been revoked.
What? What do you mean, revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through.
Lang Jesus, for aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. Interpol headquarters in the Imperial Household of the Kingdom of Alabast. Took a while to get things rolling, but they moved on it. So they actually used the words diplomatic, basically, yeah.
The Imperial Household? You... What have you done?
You have been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba. What? Effective today. Effective right now. And you, Mr. Prosecutor. Prosecutor's videotapes to thank for this. The videotape got grossly protected. You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought she'd be that title. You underestimate me. A descendant of the founder of the detainment philosophy, Lang Xi. Time to fuck him left, right, duck, uppercut. Fuck yeah. 4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off.
It can't be! I can't believe this! My ambassadorship has been revoked!
Looks like you finally come to grips with your new standing. Woohoo! Looks like he sent docile again.
He's probably in shock of the loss of his shield.
What a shame. I had wanted to use my whip on him.
What is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador!
Damn, the old man just punched himself twice. Yeah. Do you really think you still put that on us now? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba. Wait, didn't it just sound like he...
Okay, don't finish that sentence. No! I won't be stopped now. He still intends to fight us? So what if I'm no longer ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me. The facts remain that you cannot arrest me.
Heh, I expected no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. True, yeah. Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Understood.
We haven't proved anything true.
You say I killed. You said I killed Mr. Kucha in the theater. But even that was true, there was a knife in my bouquet. I left a bouquet in the theater. So anyone could have taken it from there and used it, right? Besides, the claim that he was killed here itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babal? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Preposterous! I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Alba, are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war.
Took long enough for the evidence to come to... Yeah.
I killed Mr. Kucha in the theater with a knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left a bouquet in the theater. Anyone could have taken a knife from there. Besides, Mr. Kucha's body was discovered in Babal, right? There's no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Babal. Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrendered too?
We have no plans of ever returning to this country, isn't that right? Did you know why? Why that a bunch of us are born as a seeking asylum because of you?
As if I care.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Boot this guy out of the embassy as we can finally end everything.
I know, and I'll give it to it that he leaves in handcuffs. Without the 12th ambassador, he's just another witness.
Yes, just another witness. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's kill this guy.
No. Sorry, I just really wanted to say that.
And get him good. So where do we present security footage, assuming on the last statements? Probably...
I wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to his testimony.
I killed Mr. Kocha in the theater using a knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left that bouquet in the theater and we could have taken a knife from there. Besides, Mr. Coach and body was discovered in Babal, right? There's no way for me to have transported his body from the theater to Babal. I'm guessing it's either the security footage or the push carts. We'll do the security. Okay, yeah, true. Actually, I do believe there was a way to transport the body out of the theater. Perhaps you should give this a look. Yeah, that was a bit too easy. What's that supposed to be? There's footage from a security camera that captures the state of immigration area. Congratulations on getting your hands on it. Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching every move. Thank you for the warning. Now, if you take a good look at this section here. That lump here inside the push carts. Do you know what's causing it? Should I? Because I don't. In that case, allow me to enlighten you. This is the causing a natural lump under the push carts. Do we present Cochin's body? Wait, do we present Cochin's body? Because that's the only thing I could think of. Either that or one of the Prima Duck statues. Yeah.
Take that.
What is the meaning of just showing me that? It's to say that a natural bulge in his push carts, Mr. Cochin's body. You have to steal Samurai, wheel his body away from the real crime scene. And thus that makes Larry Butts an accomplice, and thus I suppose we throw him in jail as well. Yes. Totally justifiable, not just me getting him out of my head for like the rest of my life. Yes. What a guess. But I wonder if we have any evidence to support it. I admit for now it is but a hypothesis, however. If I can't prove it, then I must be on my way. I don't have any more time to play with you people. Just so you know, it still says N2, it's got N3 left. Great. I suppose we have all stream to do this. Sorry it took so long, Mr. Edra, sir. Gummy? Detective Gumshoe. Is that still Samurai's push cart? Yes, sir. I found the open air stage, sir. So that's where you went. Detective Spirit that Pops left me with. I thought I'd follow my gut to go with it, sir. So, Mr. Edgeworth, is it worth anything to this case? Yes. You just might play a major role in solving this case, Detective. Something isn't right. I thought the entire Samurai family was an Alabast. Where exactly in the open air station did you find his push carts? I found just lying in the edge stage, sir. Oh? Well, let's leave that for now, except inside Detective. Loving new animations when it cuts to new style. Yeah, I'm loving it too. Yes, sir. Blood. It's blood. This must be Mr. Cochin's blood. Which only goes to prove that Mr. Cochin's body was indeed transported by his pushcart. Oh, you got caught. You got caught. Ah, you got caught. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at the theater, then placed his body inside the pushcart, and then you forced the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. I forced him to move the body into Alabast. What nonsense! Why would I bother to do such a thing? You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabast. It was difficult for you to make a stop in Babal. However, what if you moved the body to Alabast? Because it was your embassy, you can keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. Then you smuggled it out of Alabast. Oh. If I can show you how you moved the body from the Alabast to Babal, then I win. But you can't. The security between the two countries is incredibly tight.
I'll be the one to judge her. Judge her? What does that mean? What? I'll be the one to judge whether I can or cannot prove it. And so I ask you to provide us with testimony regarding your movements after you return to Alabast.
Ooh. Miles Edgeworth, have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved?
To be honest, I don't support my hypothesis at the time. However, I don't believe I made a mistake in my logic up to this point.
No, we don't.
Which means...
There is no question that can't be answered, right?
The Promenade statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air. Jesus Christ, why was I stuttering in my mind when I said that? So why shouldn't there be an answer as to how the body was moved? Which means must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit.
Movements in Alabast.
After I tried to Alabast, I had my picture taken with Steel Samurai shaking hands. Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the article Ratio appeared. I fear for national treasures, so I raced back to my office. Is that all? Yes, that's all.
It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of the Master Second. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting of me in your office.
Oh, those trifling matters. I don't believe I need to speak of those things again.
I don't think he lied at all in that final testimony. Ooh.
I do hate to waste time.
What?
You. It's not every life precious.
He's a fucking military general. What do you think? What do you think he thinks on that? Bro, I'm going to assume that if you're in the military, you kind of don't have that much regard for life.
Do you really need me to answer that for you? People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society. Then you'd better try hard, because I doubt you'd find a single contradiction.
He's really full of himself, isn't he?
Yes, he is. How could he be so confident at a time like this?
Oh, okay. My picture taken of Steel Samurai shaking hands. That much is true. I think he's right. That yeah, we don't have anything. Just as about to start my speech, the Yatagrasu appeared. That's true. I fear for national treasury, so I raced back to my office. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, you say the word, and I'll get him talking for you. Don't forget, we have plenty of ways to get him to talk.
Because I'm gonna scare people on the side.
Okay. I'm gonna kill him. Sorry, I don't know. Well, I'm ready to help out, Gummy. What about you?
Can't believe you're getting into this. In that case, I'm ready too, sir. Please calm down. I'll think of something.
Okay, so we need to press, I think. She took all your murderous energy. I don't know why I'm so committed to a bit of like Kate really wanting to murder this guy. Aside from the fact like he ordered a hit on her father. I know, but like I fear it's gonna carry, if she appears in the next game, I fear it's gonna carry over to her just having like murderous intent in general.
Hold it.
Yeah, true.
So why was it with only Steel Samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around. The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip that time, and the doctor recommended that she rest.
Wow, so you do have a soft side after all.
The pain of a bad hip. I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels.
I mean, my neck's feeling pretty sore right now, so I mean, I kinda. Oh, so you tend to chain your back as well, huh? Is it just because you're normally all hunched over? And because you're an old fuck?
You do need to keep this act no matter what, I suppose.
The point of this is to discuss my back problems. For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing for the speech.
Hold it!
The autocracy was just a trick that you had set up.
But we don't have any evidence of that. Edgeworth.
Let's know, I could explain in details for you. You arranged for the spotlights. You arranged the spotlights in Rose Garden so that when you were to take the stage, the audience would see the Yatagrassi's shadow.
Oh?
That's an interesting tale. Sadly, it's nothing to do with me.
Edgeworth's playing a phoenix, but he's not as good. Yeah. Yeah. He really is, like...
God damn it! How does Phoenix do this so? How does Phoenix do this so well? I'm fighting for my fucking life here. Very well then. Let's move to a different question. After Yatagrassville appeared, what was the state of the Rose Garden?
Everyone took refuge inside the embassy.
I even helped the efforts.
Now then, once everyone's aside, well... I fear National Treasury race back to my office.
Hold it!
What happened after you returned to your office?
I don't want to keep on repeating this, however... Upon my return, I had a stroke of bad luck and bumped into the masked man. And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But his name was the Master Second.
Francisco, why do you care so much?
I just want to get all the facts straight. And actually, yeah, it's kind of weird that it is kind of weird that you're kind of harping on this point. Well, you'll never know when it might be relevant.
And if you just want someone to say, don't you, Francisco?
I don't want to hear it from you. Who cares what he was called?
By the time he got the Plum Duck statue, it was supposed to steal. And it had already been swapped for a fake. Talk about unlucky man. Being bludgeoned to death of a fake statue.
This one, Karma's really letting her whip fly out. I think the scary part is the sounds while she's doing it.
She must be at the limits of her patience as well. The physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. I can't find a single flaw in his arguments. I was afraid I won't be able to prove he's actually guilty of anything. Are we finished here?
Miles Edgeworth, can you not come up with how the body was built of a ball?
Sir.
Mr. Edgeworth.
You don't have to prove me so much. Is he going to get away with it?
K-pop Demon Hunters are in Fortnite. I saw that earlier. When did they... What? Okay, well, I mean, I guess that makes sense given how well... So when did they announce that? Because, like, I swear, it feels like there wasn't even, like, an announcement for that, like, at all. It was just... Oh, now they're in. No announcement, nothing, just... Boom, they're in. Like, that's what's getting to me. It's like, I feel like I haven't heard, like, a single peep about this. Huh. Alright, it's still not enough to make me play Fortnite.
Is this the end?
Alright. Place your bets. He's gonna be Deus Ex Machina here. He's gonna be Deus Ex Machina here. Oh.
It would be a great honor if you allow us to be your allies in battle.
The evil magistrate, it's time for you to pay. I know you can't see it right now, but I'm rubbing my temples right now because I just know some bull fucking shittery is about to be upon us. And I need to mentally prepare myself for it. Oh god. You know, when I said I wanted a Deus Ex Machina, this is not what I meant. I thought Lang was gonna pull some shit out of his ass.
No, you are mistaken, for I am Steel Samurai Daddy, merry man of Neo Old Tokyo. Okay, don't call him Daddy. Don't do it. Please. Just don't.
I don't want to be in debt to yeah, I don't want to either.
And this is
Pink Princess Mommy.
Itchy Poo.
The two people I wanted to see the least. Larry! What are you doing here?
What's your gratitude, Edgy? We just want to help. Yeesh.
Hey, old man, you're innocent. You're free to go. Yeah. You know, I think I'd rather just let him go. Thank you very much.
Go away!
How can you be so mean to us, Edgy Poo? All three of us came to lend a hand, and this is how you treat us?
Well, isn't this grand? And I see they managed to find the Iron Infant.
Does that really matter right now?
Hey, it's just me. Is the Iron Infant completely soaked?
Oh yeah. Found him at the bar, but he was in the middle of the pool.
Wait a second. Larry, go back to what you just said.
It appears we made it.
Not that far back.
You know, you're right. We got our hand for our puffs. Miss you killed him.
Fucking sorry.
Someone found the Iron Infant Babal. And he found it in a pool? I don't recall there being one in Babal.
Oh, that's... Well, I was in Alabasta the whole time. So I had no idea how the Iron Infant wound up in Babal. So I thought I'd lost him in the Rose Garden. But I guess maybe the cute kid can swim, huh?
Wait, what? Larry, you lost the Iron Infant in the Rose Garden. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. But I found him in...
That's enough, Larry. Iron Infant that Larry has lost managed to move between the two countries. Furthermore, the Iron Infant was found soaked in the middle of a pool.
Fucking hate this. I also hate this because Larry is Larry gives me, every time Larry's on screen, I just feel a migraine coming on. And it just gets worse and worse the more I see him on screen. Sorry. Hate that the joke of him swimming in the pool is becoming key evidence. Yeah, I should have expected this, but I don't know, because like, oh, come, where? The key that, yeah, because I know, like they put this, like the fountain sprouts in like the evidence folder, and I was wondering how that was going to come into play. Bilateral symmetry.
Oh, that's right. This MZ was built on the bilateral symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
There's a location I wish we to examine, post haste. It is where I believe the route used to smuggle Mr. Coaching body lies.
Does something like that really exist, sir?
The MZ built bilateral system.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, so I know what they want us to do, but I don't know if they want us to do it on the Babalese or the Alabastian side.
Take that!
Okay, no. Damn it. Sorry. Okay, is it here?
Take that!
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it.
It's too late. It doesn't matter what you do, it's all a waste of time.
You will stay here with us and wait.
This is Edgeworth.
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's here, sir. There's a reservoir here just in Rose Garden.
Just as I suspected.
What is it?
The two sides of the embassy are mirror images of each other. That means there is a pool on the corresponding location to Babali's side. Mr. Coach's body was moved from Babal through the pool into Alabast.
Avoiding the topic of a vague answer like that is unbecoming for a prosecutor.
If you don't mind, I'd like to see more physical proof if you have any. The Iron Infant is positively soaked in water. Why do you think that is? It's because he was fished out of a pool, and not just any pool. It was the Babali's one. I think it's pretty obvious at this point what must be true. The water reservoirs and the two courtyards are connected.
And where's your proof that the two sides are connected?
The proof is right there before your eyes. The half-drowned Iron Infant.
That is blasted. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back. Hey. Don't tell me. You guys figured everything out without me.
We did. Thanks to the heroes of Justice's son. Even if it's just a doll, he managed to help foil the villain.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, I don't want to say this, but it's kinda unlikely that the body just happened to have passed through to Babal. This guy's a doll and he's small, so I believe he made it, but
He has a point. Yes, that's right. I'm glad someone here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to propose that the dead body can swim through a pipe?
you see, Mr. Prosecutor, our chase after this man is far from over.
Agent Lang,
Why is he helping out Mr. Albert? Why is he helping Mr. Albert out now?
he's not. He's realized the flaw in my argument is helping to move that logic along.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't gonna be him, it would probably be Alba that would have like pointed it out. And even if that logic was used, like again, it would probably have been brought up in court as well.
In which case, I shall return the favor and find an answer.
And another thing, Mr. Coach's body is found in his office in Babal. So what happened to his body after he transported to the open air stage?
Mr. Alba had an accomplice in Babal, remember?
You mean Sheena, right?
With her there, you can see how it's possible to move a body up to the office.
Are you seriously claiming that she swam through the connecting pipe with the body?
He's right. Miss Sheena would drown if she did that.
It's hard to imagine she'll swim through the connecting pipe.
It looks like our hypothesis about the body was moved is still only half baked. In the end, it's all just befuddled musing of an accusatory man. Now then, I believe you should give up and allow me passage. Because from the start, there was no feasible method of transporting the body.
What?
Mr. Prosecutor, recall Sheena's movements.
What was happening at MC around the time Sheena was in Babal?
Oh, find this way to get rid of the water in the pool.
Get rid of the water? Aha! That's it!
Now, I believe it's time we're really done, right?
Unfortunate for you, it's far from over, Mr. Alba.
You are a most persistent man. I would say that you thought of a way to move the body through the water.
Move the body through the water? That's completely unrelated to how it was done.
Excuse me.
The reason I say that is because there wasn't any water in there at the time.
What do you mean there wasn't any water?
Just what it sounds like. Tonight's movements made it possible to drain the water and allow the body to be moved.
Take that!
Fuck. Damn it.
Oh my god. Well, it was worth a shot. Alright, so I'll prove it to you of the evidence. Fire? Has to be the fire, right?
Take that!
Tonight, the Artigrassi set fire to a variety of locations in the Babalese embassy. In order to put the fires out, much of the reservoir's water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoir's water levels went down. If enough water was drained, a connecting pipe would have been used to transfer the water.
So what?
The water went down. The reservoirs were connected.
Does any of this matter?
You can't prove any of this. Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now. Even in a game, there comes a critical game-changing moment. A moment which you hit a wall that must overcome in order to beat the game. I haven't lost yet. I found the route you used to smuggle the body, and the route will lead you to defeat.
Even if all the water's used by the firefighting efforts, you still can't really call that a smuggling route.
I know that.
I should have figured you would notice. Hey, Mr. Alba, how deep are these pools anyway?
I'll have you know these pools are extremely deep. If there were no ladders or footholds along the walls either.
It'd be difficult for Sheena to hold the body and climb down to the pool.
There are some footholds along the wall. There was no need for such a thing. What do you mean? If one were to use certain something, they could go down, up or down a pool at will.
Oh, looks like an answer already. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? Enlighten us already.
Well,
Is it? Did they use the way in which Machina, the body were able to rise up from ground to ground level? So everybody control the water levels that could be used with. Has to be this, right?
Take that!
Mr. Elba used the fountain sprouts, in a manner of speaking.
He used the fountain sprouts? How so?
The water level in the pools can be controlled by opening and closing the sprouts. Miss Sheena and the body were lifted by their buoyancy in water. to find the Barbalisa and 5 fighting efforts. These were set in motion all for the sake of smuggling Mr. Cochin's body.
Grrf.
Shall I show you where the final destination of my train of logic leads? First, Mr. Alba closed the fountain sprouts in advance preparation for things to come. Then he took the pushcart that was brought to the rose garden and pushed it along the iron infant and Mr. Cochin's body into the pool. At the time, Miss Sheena was busy conveniently starting the first fine babal. Then she made for the open air stage pool to wait for the firefighting effort to begin. When the firefighters used the water in the pool, the water levels went down. By the time the fire was out, the pipe between the two was exposed. This was when she pushed the pushcart from Albus into Babal. Once that was accomplished, Mr. Alba simply opened the fountain sprouts once more. And the water level rose up to the original level, along with Miss Sheena and the body. After that, Miss Sheena used the pushcart to carry the body to the Secretariat's office. There's an elevator in the embassy after all, so you see, even with her small frame, she could have easily transported Mr. Cochin's body. And that wraps up my thorough examination of how the body was moved.
Grrf.
Oh. Well, ex-Ambassador Elba, what do you think? Not so untouchable without your precious extraterritorial rights to protect you, are you?
I knew you could do it, Mr. Edgeworth. I need to fight back.
You accuse me of moving the body across the country lines.
But we'll get down to the nitty-gritty. You don't have what it takes to indict me. The nitty-gritty? What does the old man want now?
Proof. I believe that's what he seeks.
Yes, proof.
Without any who said. Who's to say whether or not any of what you say really happened?
What's proof? What are we going to do, Mr. Edgeworth?
There's no need to worry. I've had all the proof we need all along. The body wasn't the only thing to go through the pulse connecting pipe tonight. Just as Detective Gumshoe found the pushcart in the open air stage, so too did I find one other item there. That piece of evidence is what will prove the pools were smuggling route.
This?
Take that!
And what exactly is this? You have no idea, do you? This little piece that I found above the east side will be your undoing. A guitar pick.
Which can you explain to me how that is going to do me in, as it were?
Much to your
Much to your chagrin.
Perhaps this is not a guitar.
What?
This is someone I found in the open air stage which was transported with the body. I naturally assumed that you would recognize it, since you took a photo of it after all. But since you don't, allow me to show you what this fragment.
That knife?
Take that!
Let's take a good look at the murder weapon that was used to kill Manny Kuchin. The handle of this knife is a beautiful blooming flower. However, it would appear that it's missing single petal. Now let's see what happens if we try to fit this pick into the open slots.
Okay, I was wondering when this was gonna come into play, because I was thinking all those times, like, is the Jammin' Ninja involved somehow? Because he's like the only one that would have a guitar pick, but it was like never brought up at all.
It's a perfect fit.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't actually said that.
I assume that the petal must have fallen off the flower during Mr. Cochin's murder. And then it was accidentally placed into the pushcart along with Mr. Cochin's body.
That's an interesting story.
Nothing more. Oh, I assure you, it's more than just a story. Because for some odd reason, the flower petals were wet when I found it. It was wet, you say? Yes. The only place it could have got wet from is the open air stage pool. Now I ask you, how did a part of this weapon, which was smuggled into the theater, wind up in the open air stage area in the Barbalis side of the embassy? I don't think I need to waste any words explaining this, as the pedal explains it all for me. It proves that someone went from the Rose Garden inside out of the pool through into Babals. Ooh.
The people are saying far have been waiting to see your face. See you.
Sorry.
The people of Shangfa have been waiting to see you face to face, Mr. Alba. And I'll tell everyone back home we'll be there soon.
You should be happy.
Why? Why? It's a little late to be asking the question. You should have known from the very beginning. When you took your first life, no matter how you may plot or how you may try to cover it all up, you can never hide from your crime what you've done. Because we're here to see it to it that justice is served to people unlike you.
Cat Claw, would you give it a perfect argument?
You know, I don't think this guy is going to ever admit his wrongdoings, Mr. Edgeworth. He values himself above all else. People he can't negotiate with, or people who refuse to admit when they've lost. I do believe those kinds of people really exist because everyone breaks eventually.
You're right. In this case, I have no choice but to use all the evidence I have.
Oh.
I'll use it all until he breaks under the weight of his crimes. Mr. Alba, I request to testify once more. This will really be the end of the line. Whew.
The final testimony. Kyrkos Alba, I have no idea how to pronounce his first name. March 15th, 3:33 a.m. Theatrum Neutralis lobby.
Mr. Alba, I request to testify once more.
As if there's anything else for me to testify about.
I still yet to fully prove that was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Cochin. Well, I'd like to hear your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you would tell us about what you did in the Theatrum Neutralis. Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. Because all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show. Elaborating that alone would be good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place. That is the key to this investigation. Oh, okay. I watched the Steel Samurai. I watched from Last Road, stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show pretty well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into his old man's heart. I'll never forget them. So you were in the theater proper watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you? Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, it's pretty cool up there, wasn't I?
You're not the one who was cool. It was the Steel Samurai who was cool.
Yeah, the Steel Samurai special finishing move today was really something, huh?
Hey, who is she?
Who is the super Larry? No, Larry. She's underage. She is 17 years old. No, do not do this. No, back off, back away before I rescue myself. Her name's Kay Faraday, and she's helping me investigation.
Sorry, I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. Yes, okay.
Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for such trivialities at a time like this. Thank you, Francisco.
Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle, you got that?
I know. This is the end. For that man there.
That's the kind of thing I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll leave this critical battle to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Have no fear. I will finish this job. As really as the endgame. Time has come for me to expose every one of Mr. Alba's lies.
I said the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. I do remember the contents of the show rather well, though is proof enough for you?
Hold it!
Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Miles Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture.
Noof. I wasn't planning on letting him.
Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. And I think the climatic scene of today's show...
No, sorry, I remember it well. And a spectacular special move. Where you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate. Early summer rain jab.
No. No. That's not how it went.
Yes, and today was the first time they showed it off, was it not?
That was the show. And how could I answer you if the name move? I suppose you are correct, but if you could please elaborate on the point for me. Aha!
Objection!
The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer?
Objection!
You little irritating gnat. Do you think you could trip me up by asking the same question over and over again? Oh, well, you know, we are playing game of Double Jeopardy, so I might as well... I'm just kidding. That was not my intention. No, testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it will be wise for you to take a look at this. The samurai spear. What about it? The spear actually never made it on stage today. Excuse me? Huh? Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of a useless hot-bloodedness. And yes, Larry, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, Larry. I would assume you would pick that up, but this is you were talking about, so probably not. Having said that, said useless man bent to spear during his rehearsal this evening. Okay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai special move was tonight?
It was Steel Samurai Sushi Slash.
Correct? Because he couldn't use the spear. A last minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known. Well, know the move that was used. Kurkus Alba. You didn't watch even a single bit of the Steel Samurai show tonight, did you?
So if he wasn't watching the show tonight, then it opens up the possibility that I was busy killing Mr. Cochin instead.
So, where were you during the show? I demand an answer now. Oh, just what is so funny? You're so sloppy. And so are your conclusions. I still saw what you show. Or most of it in that case. What do you mean by most of it? I see, during the show I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. I assume that's when a dramatic scene was played out on stage. That's the lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, pal.
Just because I could name the move wrong. Can't really use that as proof he didn't watch the show at all.
Oh, damn it. As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I wanted to watch the entire show. Honest. As a Steel Samurai fan, for someone who wasn't even in a seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan ever.
It, who was that just now? Larry, can you please shut the fuck up?
That would be ya, young lady. Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that?
Reggie, please hold on for a second, I beg. You may never accept this old man Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a
Steel Samaniac.
What exactly is Steel Samaniac, pal?
I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac.
Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I'm the Steel Samurai.
I will never acknowledge you as the true Steel Samurai.
You get so worked up for, Mr. Edgeworth.
It appears the real Steel Samurai recognized me as a fan. As well as he should, for I am a fan. It's not as though I missed the entire show. It was the most amazing show, filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart.
The sarcasm dripping from his lung, quite a nose. His can be run any thicker.
Getting named a move wrong only proves you didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something that links Mr. Albert directly to the murder of Mr. Manny Kuchin.
You know what, Gramps? You're really something else.
I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai. But what is it for?
Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early Samurai Rain Jab. That maybe was a bit of a secret that only a small portion of staff knew about.
Wait, it was a secret? Larry, what did you just say?
Huh? Did I say something stupid again?
You always say something stupid.
Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually a secret?
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. Well, more like I decided to name the move right before it started the show.
Right before?
Yeah, and the stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing room whiteboard wall. Early summer rain jab. That's kinda how we decided to name the move. But by that time, I'd already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing's kinda pointless.
All of your Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy.
Long story short, because we changed the move to Sushi Slash, we kind of pretend the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret.
So basically a gag or was it for publicity's sake?
Almost makes the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art.
Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't even heard of the move.
Hold those lips if you're still.
What the heck, old man?
I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's very unrelated to the case. This was a very tedious and pointless exercise wasting time, like a kid show. Mr. Alba, I believe you are the one who should be quiet now as you.
How dare you!
I suspect you've already noticed exactly what the very severe implications are of that man's testimony.
Ha! So now you're trying to bully me, huh?
There are no implications to be read. The behind-the-scenes story of a kid show.
Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this one, Quirkus Alba.
You're the one who said it yourself that the name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. That name was only decided right before the show was about to start.
So, what are you driving at?
That name the movie told us had never been used in a show or said out loud.
Now then, would you care to tell us about how you found out about the name of the move?
Because I can only think of one way you could have known.
You saw it?
You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it on the dressing room whiteboard. The staff member who knew were keeping it a secret. So you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means that the only other option left is what you saw on the whiteboard.
So that means Mr. Albo's there at some point, right?
That's a big deal, sir. I don't see what that means.
There's another piece of evidence that has a great deal to the dressing room, so we can't afford to let it slide.
The push cart, right?
The push cart was used to move the body, and to move the body was right there in the dressing room.
Kind of crazy how they made like a whole backdrop for like the dressing room, but they never use it until like now. Like that's kind of dedicated. Like that's dedication.
During the show, the push cart awaited a turn to be pushed on stage into the dressing room. It was finally pushed out here, along with the iron infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show ended, it went to the alabaster along with the Steel Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the push cart was when the push cart was in the dressing room backstage.
So basically, the killer had to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show.
Precisely.
Ooh. Oh, but wait. What if, and this is just what if the matter took place right in the dressing room?
What do you mean, Kay?
I have to admit, like, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people.
Zipping undetected a private dressing room would simply be as simple as pie. The killer must have come up with the idea to move the body into the push cart then too.
Correct, so let's make it the dressing room. The ideal location for the murder of Manny Cochin. Quirrell's Alba, during the show you went down to the dressing room. And I want to know why.
Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it. I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal.
Not so fast. Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself? Explain? What is there to explain? I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom.
Well, I got lost when I did. Oh, bull fucking shits.
I went to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. That's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard.
You punk. Still trying to get out.
Brother, shouldn't you know this embassy's layout like the back of your hand? Aren't you the ambassador? Shouldn't you know what the bathrooms are in this place? That's so stupid. It's like, there's no way that would actually hold up in like an actual trial, would it? Oh no. I simply got lost in this building that I'm the ambassador for. Totally, promise, trust. Do you really think get away at this point? Mr. Edruff, is there anything you can do to stop him?
No, I have enough evidence on hand to do anything. I don't have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. No, that's what I need, then perhaps. Agent Lang, believe an investigation of the dressing room in question is in order. It's possible we may find new evidence there.
Yeah, if Mr. Edgerpeck's around there, I'm sure you'll find some new facts, pal.
Ooh, if he's a little thief, we may learn something from recreation.
You don't need to do any of that.
What? Wolfie? How could you? She has a nickname for him?
I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. My men really are something else.
And they found nothing?
There's only one thing I can say to you, sis. And it's that they found nothing, or that's it.
I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would report it to us.
They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find.
Then could it be possible the murder didn't take place in the dressing room?
If it would appear that your hand cards have turned out to be a bust, now if you'll excuse me, because of you people I missed my flight. Now I must make haste to arrange a new one.
What now, Larry? Here was it this time. Oh god, I don't know if this is better or worse.
Hold it right there, you whippersnappers.
First Larry, now you.
What is that scary mobster like scowl on your face, Itchy Poo? Don't you think I'm some sort of nuisance? I've been meaning to say this, but all of you kept talking about things I could get it. Oh. I'll leave this lady to be the sad, depressing, lonely dawson about the crying.
Why did you have to speak up right now at this instant?
But you know what, Itchy Poo? Cheer up. Because I'm going to give you the most wonderful thing.
Most wonderful thing? From you?
Oh, it's super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know. Ah, my special present loved, my sweet Itchy Poo. Are you ready? It's this.
It's
A box of those samurai dogs, right?
Yes, Itchy Poo. Here, give me one, you little righteous rain.
Are we through here?
Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden?
Itchy Poo. Tell me you what set of dips is left for you. I'm no one to handle snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, sir.
The thought occurs to me that maybe it would have been good, but nice, Phil. It's one of my dreams to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, is it a desire of every woman to make sure that their beloved never goes hungry? And is that an experience?
Mr. Edgeworth, can you do anything about her?
There's no power on earth that could force that woman to silence.
I'm sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me.
It has special design on its fan like the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. Wait, this one doesn't. When I ate it, it just tastes like the rest. Oh, it made me so mad.
Wait, a special box of a Hinamaru-like fan on it? Never heard of such a piece of merchandise. Oh, but there it is. The red sun on his fan is filled in it.
Oh. That's blood, isn't it?
Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs are piled up on the dressing room floor. Oh, there's no such thing as a Hinamaru dog. There's contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The ray from the red sun
are present.
The serious bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boy. We were supposed to hand dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I'd have piled them in the pushcart just to move them.
I don't believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Kochi in his theater, then placed his body in the pushcart. And then, you forced the steel samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. Time to piece together the final...
Okay. I think we only need to connect two things, but still, I'm just being safe.
No matter how fragile or small the connection may be, once we found... Ooh.
There we go.
The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, still samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. Were most likely taken out by the pushcart by the killer. That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinamaru on it. If this red sun was filled, and when the killer was busy removing samurai dogs from the push carts, then it's proof that the murder took place in a dressing room, as long as the drugged substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. When the old bag. I thank you. What you have given me is truly something very special.
Eddie Pooh! Mr. Edgeworth, are you feeling okay, sir?
Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Coach in the dressing room. How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence. That arrogance and self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. But there remains one piece here. And it is what will put you away for good.
Ha! You're bluffing. Oh. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found them. You finally found the things we need to go after this guy's jugular. So tell us, what about this box of samurai dogs to put the old man away?
The trace evidence will bring him down. While he's here, of course. This box of samurai dogs that Hinamari found on it. They should never have existed. So I want you all to take a good look at this red spot. There's a drop of blood.
Huh? What? Blood, you say?
Agent Lang, I'd like for this blood to be analyzed post-haste.
I got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe you found blood in a place like this. Hey you, get us down to the lab pronto.
But why is there blood in that box to begin with?
If we think about the flow of crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you say you transported samurai dogs in a pushcart, correct?
Oh, yeah. You have great memory, Edgy. The pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? But to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill the cart.
If Larry says the truth, then what were the boxes doing on the floor?
Ah, I see. The killer took him out to place the body into the pushcart.
Exactly. And that's when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto the box.
When my men investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because the embassy staff member had already confiscated them.
Yes, no doubt to hide evidence of the murder.
It's a good thing Miss Oldback managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Oldback also managed to put this great thief to shame. What a scandalous way you're putting it! I didn't steal. I received it for myself.
Kyokus Alba, I'd say this was one very fatal oversight on your part. Sorry to rain your little love fest, however. How? How could you be so self-confident in no one's situation for him like this? Even though blood turns out to be Mr. Kuchin, then what?
Heh. So Mr. Edgeworth, sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh?
The sole piece of evidence that was left in that scene of a crime. And alone has shed light on a new fact. And at the very least, now we have proof that the murder occurred in a dressing room.
And you say it like it means something.
Didn't you admit you went to the dressing room? Okay, but like, whose blood is it? Wait.
Like we already told you, it proves the crime scene was the dressing room.
But it doesn't prove that I'm your killer, does it?
That's...
Is a very good point. The blood in that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba's the killer.
Then this evidence, it's meaningless?
It can't be. So close, sir.
I want to smack that smug look off his face. I want to fucking kill it. God damn it. So I had to smuggle in like a third one. Come on, it's gotta be something we can do. Hmm. Jesus. All right, I can't believe about to say this, but Larry, do you want to chime in? Do you want to chime in again?
It wasn't me, pal. And it wasn't me this time either. It wasn't me.
Oh, why did you? Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. There's more.
What? Hurry up and spit it out.
Edgeworth is just, yeah. Yes, that blood I mentioned. It's not the same blood type as the victim's blood.
What?
What?
If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it?
I don't know, sir. I know it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Why is the old man? That's a good point. It's his blood, isn't it? And he showed us loud and proud that he has a stab wound. Neither do I. My, what an amusing turn of events. Well, blood draw proved some to be true, alright, namely my words. Which of your words would that be?
The ones?
Where I said your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy? Okay. So you would like to believe. What if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a nosebleed? What then?
I guess that's possible. Damn it. We've been wasting our time with a red herring.
The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to this case. That should be clear enough.
Lucas Alba, you bastard!
Silence! Don't you ever address me with such filthy words again. Alright, cunt. There's enough time here with you and your asses now. Let me through.
Albus, doesn't matter where you run off to, you'll never escape me. Someday, I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see. You cunt. And all of Vinterfell will be behind me.
They sound like a whining, pathetic loser of a mutt. I am not doing that. I'm not voicing this. This is really the extent of all we can do. No. You're not gonna bait me into doing that again. That was a one and done. That was a one. You know what? That was a one and done deal. I'm not doing that shit again for free. Fucking you want me to bark, gotta pay up. So blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Motherfucker, you think a bark is worth a single bit? Come on. Come on. Come on. It's worth at least... How many bits would it be worth? At least 500. Was another possibility? See how much not do it? Or perhaps you didn't give me the chance to say how much, You didn't give me the proper time to let me think about it, Or is another possibility someone else other than the victim? Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, his eyes been backed into one. Situation like this, what would that man do? What would he do to turn any desperate situation around, Turn it around. That's it. I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose blood is it? It's whose blood could get onto the box like this. And if I think about it that way,
The blood counted a box when the body was being placed into the push carts. The owner's blood must have seen the dressing. How fucking long is this gonna go for?
Thank you for the 1001 biddies. Ruff, ruff. There. Happy. Fucking happy. Happy. Happy bitch.
Oh my god. Thank you for the 1001 biddies. God, I fucking hate being a whore for money. Don't you call me that again, I swear to fucking God.
Anyway.
The new owner of the blood must have seen the dressing room at the time. And there's only one person that could be.
I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from the center stage. I'll be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately.
Don't tell us for, as the underworld will allow for more freedom than you'll ever know.
Freedom, like what the raven feels when it flies through the dark night sky. You can lay a finger on me, not now or ever. The armored law's powers before me.
Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you absolute dumb fucking cunt.
Varric, I'm going to fucking strangle you, I swear to God.
What do you mean? Allow me to describe to you one word. Pitiful.
Pitiful?
How so? Cucus alba, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who was trying to fly away on them without noticing the fact, pitiful is the perfect way to describe you.
Ha! Mere words.
What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth?
Just what I think it means, Kay.
We'd already caught him in our trap a while back. I need to get a spray bottle. I need to get like a spray bottle like asset. I swear to fucking God. I'm surprised I haven't gotten one sooner at this point.
With an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence.
Hey, after Mr. Prosecutor. Gotta speak in English.
I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up now. Actually, you know what? I need to go to the toilet. You know what? I'm just gonna step away, reassess my thoughts, and yeah. So I'll be back in a quick minute, all right? So please, I implore you, behave yourselves. All right? Behave yourselves. Bro, what did I say? What the fuck are you doing? Oi. Jesus Christ. Why does someone have a whipping emote? Why does someone have an emote of a whip? What? Okay. Let's just finish this stupid game already.
Person I speak of is, of course, the drop of blood.
But we know it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all.
Miss Von Karma. I think that's exactly why it's very important to the case. And that part of the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good. Then I believe you're already aware of what I mean.
Do you know who the blood belongs to?
Of course I do. This piece of evidence is irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood of that soiled boxer's samurai belongs to this person.
It belongs to you.
More concerned whipping emote than the emote of the bear. Well, I mean, you've used ass emotes in the past before, so I'm kind of used to it. It's more so what the whipping emotes like. It's more so what the whipping emotes being used for in this case.
The blood of the red sun in this box belongs to you, Quirkus Alba.
Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? It's over the victim.
The blood fell into the box in Mr. Cochin's body. It was being loaded into the pushcart. At the time, the only people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer.
So that would mean blood doesn't belong to the victim. Then there's only one other person it could belong.
Why didn't any of you like come to that just natural conclusion already? That if it's not the victim's blood, then it's the killer's blood.
Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion.
But Mr. Kosher was the one who stabbed her. Or Mr. Alba been the one who was bleeding.
After you and Mr. Cochin had fought back.
You mean, if before Alba could kill him, Mr. Kochin managed to wound Mr. Alba?
Yes, and I believe this piece of evidence that proves that he was bleeding then.
Okay.
Mr. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound.
How someone demolished the second attacked me with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, that happened way after the dressing room.
Ah, but is that really what happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so you can't just accept that as fact. Shall we test Mr. Alba and see if the shape of the wound matches the scissors?
You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip by you, no matter how insignificant the possibility.
Well, yeah, how the fuck do you think became top prosecutor?
You're one to talk, Mr. Alba. You've managed to give the law stop for 10 years as a smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal. I am the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing. You believe I've overlooked something?
Who said my wounds caused by Mr. Cochin? Haddles was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible.
One from a blaze. How will he propose where such a weapon came from? What if... Okay, so a struggle happens. What if it's the Alabastian knife?
Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring the Alabastian knife into the banquet, There must have been another way to sneak a weapon of some sort.
But as long as you can't prove what the other way is, all you're talking about Mr. Coach just stabbed me is pure nonsense.
So if the other way doesn't exist, you better hurry and tell me now.
With pleasure.
Wait, what?
This piece of evidence showed us Mr. Kucher brought a weapon to the theater.
Oh.
Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagarasu key.
The key. That's the key my father stole from here 7 years ago.
It was very unique, and has both a key and a knife. And either under the guise of a key, it could have been easily borne to the theater.
Ah-ha-ha!
You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Coach's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. Inside the safe was a document about the Cadopian paper signed by Mr. Cochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died of the lead of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so the police were the ones who opened the office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife blade with your wound, Mr. Quirrell's Alba?
Well?
And that's what some may call a coup de grace.
Possible. You can't take me down. Swine. All of you. Especially Matty Cochin. This is all because of that man's betrayal. He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador. Which is why he deserved to die burn the guy. That's why I sent out the Yatagarasu's card and how this incident was born. Matty was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Yatagarasu. But yet another reason. Yet another story that was supposed to play out. Matty's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And I would have gone away with it too if it wasn't for your meddling prosecutors. And your dumb dog. Wait, who's the dog?
I believe he's talking about you, you Detective Gumshoe.
What?
Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there's one more question I forgot to ask. This country, Alabas. Which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you.
This is the big day. This is Alba's trial today.
Next week, he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabast. Francisca is heading that one. I expect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it.
I'm to face Mr. Von Karma caught after facing you, sir. I didn't even want not to think about what that would be like. Caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba. He was being escorted to the courthouse. Hey, boy, he looked about as glum as I did the day before I got my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking, that flight attendant, you and Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents.
Correct. The smuggling was the common thread between all of the incidents. Cammy Meal was to provide support during the smuggling ops, using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor.
Ugh, go to airlines and even prosecutor's office.
Damn. I guess if anything, this might prove like further credence of the dark age of the law, by the fact that even a prosecutor was able to be like sent in as like an agent for like a smuggling ring.
No one is safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir?
I suspect there's even more members of this ring spread throughout the world.
I do kind of wonder if like our criticism of like the whole Dark Age of the lore, if we would have been so hard on it if we played this first. I guess maybe more so the criticism would have been switched from it came out of nowhere to being like it was barely addressed in Apollo Justice, even though it's meant to take place in between like this and Dual Destinies.
What is it, Detective?
Nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Amner's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Amner has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amner Group's various connections worldwide to get to assist the ring. But all of this come to an end as this conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amner a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Well, the arrest of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess that about wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KG8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Kuchin. 7 years ago, the killer of the KG8 incident was Macreal. Those two facts are the unshakable truth. However, it seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all for the trial today.
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir?
Our main critique was that in the first game, it was supposed to be over, then it was, oh, true, yeah, because like they did say, oh, the Dark Age of like the law is like now over, but then like in the second game, it's like the main thing, like why people don't have trust in the law anymore.
Perhaps now, those two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Paolino. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't have any, so I'm giving them to you.
What? Seriously, sir? Wait, actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them. Don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since two countries became Catopia again, this economy has changed.
Really?
It seems Ambassador Paolino has reaped a few benefits from his own from it. He's been announced the official ambassador of the newly reunified Catopia.
Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant Kay.
Wait, that's not what I said. So, Mr. Etreff,
Please let me have them. Oh, Kay said that.
now I should come to think of it. Where is Kay? I hope he's not here.
Hey, you gotta be more alert than that. I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edger's voice for a bit.
Oh, wait. I truly didn't notice or realize that voice was you. Lang Shi says, ferocious love blooms in each new spring.
Richard Lang.
Wait, what love?
It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't gonna miss watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him.
Since this takes place between Apollo Justice and Dual Destinies, yeah.
Well, now something else. I want to see you in action in court.
That's so, Agent Lang.
We flushed out all the counterfeit bills, so Shangfa's finally at peace again. It's all thanks to you. I just want to say thanks.
How? I never thought I'd see a day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth.
I should be the one to thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to both of us in this case.
Shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. I have zero interest in the truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah. And there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch. Feel free to sit around, cry all about you want. As for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what.
Alright. It's about time for the trial to start. I'll see you later.
I'll be watching a performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, for the truth was, yeah, like, bro, isn't it your job to find the truth? Like, bro, if we had not been pursuing the truth, you would have arrested Francisca. You would have arrested, like, Francisca, like, for, like, a crime she did not commit. In fact, you have arrested multiple people for crimes they didn't commit.
Hello, praise them around, Mr. Edgeworth wins. Hope you've got enough because I'm going to go call my men up as well.
A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. Scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of the long tale begins. The legend of the great thief Yatagarasu is the story of those who chose to dedicate their lives in pursuit of the truth. Prosecutors are those who seek guilty verdicts where the defendants say meets, and at that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced upon me since I was young. However, I no longer think that all prosecutors are, and that's because.
Keep in mind, you looked up the bad ending. He would have arrested Fran knowing she didn't do it. Yeah!
Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I stepped foot in one. And today, more than another day, I feel fight within me.
Yeah, like, oh my god. Lang's a character that... okay, I want to talk about Lang a little bit, like, after the credits.
I'm really Mr. Edgeworth's dad for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in a friendly blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet and they've become a real sensation. Thanks to praise to the art, well, it has lavished on my work for being truly postmodern. Oh. Just think, someday you'll be able to take rides in my pink walled, yellow seated, what the fuck.
Like, this game everyone's connected? I'll talk more about it, like, once the credits end, but yeah.
I had to this that poor bag because of my time of money was wasted. But more importantly, I received my fantastic treasure recently. The public statue was banned in Kutopia. It made a bit light on my hands, but the ambassador leader was most generous.
It's a fake. It's the fake.
We finally caught Agent Hicks' killer, and I was able to arrest witness Mr. Albus' teary eyes. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Codopian courts await.
Oh.
Codopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip has found new vigor there.
Okay.
This new patrolman's been fired as of today, sir. I thought it was safe since I would found a gun I dropped. But I knew they dropped the police badge too. I guess we really broke the camel's back when I could have found my badge.
They really are wrapping everything up. I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles, man.
I was actually hoping to talk Miss Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. I still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Miss Edgeworth with a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I can give him scientifically. Bam, bam, bam. because the kidnapping was staged, I was sort of easy. But I won't be going outside much for time soon, because that's really okay. The only prison for trapped is a cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty, he has such a cold look in his eyes. It's just like the prosecutor. But stop it, Lauren. Arc system works, I guess. When do we ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? That is actually kind of surprising. I mean, I guess, if anything, that might have like helped with like this. I can maybe see if they maybe helped with like the sprite work for like when we're like walking around, or even like the gameplay mechanics.
The place all sorts of drama takes place outside the courtroom. Since we judges are in day out, I've only heard of a few rumors, but...
Yeah, like... famous edge of team of a thief and became detective.
Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something.
Yeah, because like because I guess another thing, like the art and animations in this game was like really fucking good, like even for like Ace Attorney. She's cute. Not sure I said that, but when I first saw her, but she is cute.
Yeah, but boy, well, look at that, Mr. Edgeworth, help us out, huh?
Yeah, just because I lost a key, I got fired from my security guard job.
Don't let get you down, Maggie. You still got me.
You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm gonna pick myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Oh, it's actually kind of fun. Welcome to Catopia for your summer vacation. We have coupons aplenty. Right now, the embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder Show. Although recreating the particular case has created a few small fires of its own. Then we had a few problems with fire marshals, but the next event will be great. It'll be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatakarasu. Of course, I hope to this case help in creating our latest attraction. Oh, I don't want to hear what this guy say. I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. We plan to go to Paris soon and start a business. Last time we went to Paris, you got suspected of a murder. I don't know, we've got to give him the pleasure of voicing him. Mind you, 8 years later, he has a new beloved. He doesn't even want him. Phoenix Wright Mansion.
I gave this man court today as a member of the Yatakarasu.
Yeah, Mr. Bat, you look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed what elements taken ring have begun moving?
They'll probably find over who should succeed, over who shall be the next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I ever heard of that smuggling ring.
Thanks, Jesus. Thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet.
Youth. When did I become so old? I wonder. I've begun noticing the grays in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror.
Oh, bro, if you're noticing grays in your beard, you should not look at your hair.
I was the pink princess and the pink badger, all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. But it's alright because I get the letter from my beloved Poo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your headpiece. What does he mean by that last statement? It's like I drive beyond the headpiece every time I see him. I've seen an alien, and there's a creepy fuzzy pink animal, there's a pink princess, great hero, justice, and everything.
Right.
I feel much better after trial's over. As always, your legal prowess is top-notch, sir.
Yeah, and nothing beat the look at Mr. Albert's face when he revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. He looked like a totally different person when he stepped into the courtroom.
Mr. Edgeworth's always 10 times fiercer in court.
Based on the information Mr. Albert offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave Francisco and Agent Lang.
So what are your plans now, Kay?
Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
You still trying to steal my job, pal?
Just kidding, just kidding. Gonna steal something so important to you, Gummy.
Ugh, what a relief.
Okay.
Yes?
Even after all that's happened, I still plan to become a great thief?
Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So I'm gonna hold off doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own.
3-person team.
A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible.
With this criteria, how doubt you find the 2 other people you need?
My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what's so noble about him. So you see, Miss Edgeworth, the only thing I'll ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm gonna work extra hard to make the world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed.
Let's both strive for such a future.
Well, I guess it's time for me to get going.
I see.
Kay, keep your chin up, stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock of the window and sneak in.
If you could, I'd appreciate if you just came in through the building's front door.
It's okay, Miss Edgeworth. Looks my windows at home have been broken for forever.
Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us.
Yeah, commemorate the photo. Every big case is end with one.
No.
Hey, why not?
Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course not, detective.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm taking a picture now. Hey, come back here.
Mr. Edgeworth can't run away from this, sir. And thus, the long-tailed KGA incident came to a close. It was the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is a little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is my want to pursue the truth, and my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for goods. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed.
Aww. Can I have an investigation too, where they use this photo as evidence on him being one of the Yatagarasu? That would be a twist, for sure. Oops, sorry. Ah. So what is it? Okay, so we have the second game, but we aren't gonna be doing that this time because it is 11:45 and it is about time that I start to call things. But before we do that, let's have a little chat about the game. So yeah, I liked it. I will admit, I did think it had a bit of. I will admit, I thought it had a bit of a weak start. Like, I thought the first two cases kind of had some big flaws to them. Like, I think the first case wasn't really able to, like, grip me as much as, like, some other games have. And I think the second case had, like, some odd pacing issue. Had some, like, pacing issues for me, I think. But I think from, like, third case onward, it does, like, really start to, like, pick up properly. It actually does start to pick up. And again, as I was pointing out earlier, like, all the cases, like, do actually end up connecting to each other, like, which is a lot better than, like, let's say, like, Spirits of Justice, where, yeah, most of them do, but not all, and it's kind of, yeah. Oh my god, but yeah, but yeah, as for my favorite, what would be my favorite? I think this probably is, like, one of those games where, like, I think the ending really does, like, kind of bring it all together. Like, I think about the end, I think, like, without the ending, it's an alright game, but with the ending, it makes it, like, a pretty good game. I think that's kind of, like, what I have to, like, say on that. But yeah, at the very least, like, I'm really excited to see, like, where the second game goes and, like, what is in store for it. Yeah. In terms of story, not your favorite, still prefer Great Ace Duology, and yeah, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm trying to think, like, where I would place it in terms of, like, the games I like. It's definitely not beating out, like, the Great Ace, like, Duology and Dual Destinies. I'm trying to think. Would I say I enjoyed it more than, like, Apollo Justice and, like, Spirits of Justice? I don't know, like, Spirits of Justice, like, I think I would put it above Spirits of Justice, because Spirits of Justice really does have that, that massive flaw of, like, not all the cases really connect to each other. Like, it kind of just, okay, like, the first, but because all the cases are tightly connected, you give it above Apollo Justice, but close second to, yeah, okay, yeah. I know, because, like, yeah, I would definitely say it's above Apollo Justice. I'm not entirely sure if I'd say it's, like, better or worse than Spirits of Justice. Because even though, like, all the cases Spirits of Justice don't connect, I still say it's a pretty good game. Like, I still did love, like, Spirits of Justice, like, a lot. I think it's definitely a game. I think Spirits of Justice is the game where the stakes, I think, at the highest. Because you take down, like, a literal, like, monarch of a kingdom. That, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what else? Yeah, like, I think Great Ace, yeah, no, like, honestly, I think it's gonna be really hard to beat, like, Great Ace. It's gonna be, like, really hard, and I just don't think any of, like, the previous games before, like, came before are gonna be able to do that. Well, except for, like, maybe Dual Destinies. Dual Destinies might come close to that. Sorry, Spirits of Justice is definitely better than Investigation, but the fact that every case is relevant does push you towards, yeah. Yeah, there's like more sense of, like, an overarching story. Which I think of anything we've, like, shown that's, like, something that, like, we love, like, within an Ace Attorney game. It's kind of this overarching, like, story that connects, like, all the cases together, even if it doesn't, like, initially seem so. Yeah. And of course, I still think that, like, yeah, of course, I still think, yeah, I know. The thing that makes me, like, not put Apollo Justice, like, so high, like, as high as, like, the others, is that, like, I still think that Kristoff was, like, a very, like, weak villain that they tried to build up, like, at the last case, but it just can't really work unless, like, they have that build up in, like, the previous cases. We'll say if Dual Destinies didn't make every case connected the way it did, you would say Spirits of Justice would have been a bit, yeah. 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 I think in terms of like individual cases, I think I do prefer Spirits of Justice. But when it comes to like the overall like game and like the story, Dual Destinies is definitely better. And so it's like Great Ace Duology. Ugh. Sorry, scratching my eye. Yeah, yeah, I don't know, I think if like Kristoff was like written better and like was like a better and like was a bit more of like an overarching like presence or like threats, then maybe like Apollo Justice would be like ranked higher, but yeah, nah. Yeah, and also it was like cool like playing as like Edgeworth for once, or like playing as like a prosecutor for once, even if we didn't do any like courtroom action. Yeah, it's a very interesting, it's kind of an interesting like, it's a bit of an interesting look because like, yeah, I don't know, it's also like very interesting because like it kind of does like, it also, even though we play as a prosecutor, it does kind of also push further like kind of like a background like fact that like doesn't get just as addressed like as like no one like directly says it, but like a lot of prosecutors like the Ace Attorney universe, they're kind of like corrupt or like there's like or something like that. Like even though there are like quite a lot that do like look to seek the truth, there's still like a lot that like there are still like a lot that do end up being like corrupt, like again of like the one that was in the first like within like the first case, or like yeah. Sorry, my throat's like absolutely shot right now. My mind's just all jumbled at the moment. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let me take a look. Who is currently online at the moment? Even Dracula. Yeah, even like, and like, I think what Great Ace like showcase was that this is like a historical thing that's like happened, that's like happening throughout history. Like this isn't just like limited to just like this time. Yeah, like you got I keep forgetting his name, but like the guy you usually face off against in the first case in like most Ace Attorney games. What else? That one in the first trial of like investigations, Dracula. Try and remember, was that Roman statue guy prosecutor or defense teacher? He was one or the other, but I can't remember what. No, he was a defense, because like that whole thing was like, oh yeah, the defense attorneys using fake evidence to prove their clients like innocent. What else? Yeah, even Naruto was like corrupt in some way, because like he was doing things not because he genuinely, but because he was like getting blackmailed for it. Like really, I think like the only prosecutors I can think of that are like aren't like corrupt are like probably Edgeworth and Gavin. I'm trying to think, because like Von Kahn was like, he like it's stated that he used like fake evidence in court, so yeah, he's like corrupt as fuck. Francisca was like, she was like raised by him, and I think in the second game, like even though she knows the truth, she still chooses to like still but Raven. True, yeah. Blackwell. Yeah, actually, yeah. Blackwell wasn't really all that corrupt. If anything, he just admitted the truth because he admitted like the quote unquote truth, which we found that wasn't even like the truth. Yeah. It wasn't until it's like, yeah. Huh. There's a lot to talk about in Ace Attorney, it seems. But either way, my throat is killing me, begging me to stop, so I will probably have to start calling things here for now. Alright, so for rest of the streams this week, tomorrow we'll be doing the Digimon, the demo for the new Digimon game is coming out soon. Yeah. Let me take a look. Who's currently online? Okay. Bino, Comfy. We rated Dandy yesterday. Bro, I'm not okay. I'm not. I'm okay. I'm not confident enough to rate her, so we're just not gonna put her into consideration. Who? Let's rate Comfy tonight. She's been. I think yeah, she debuted a new model recently, so do it, motherfucker. Do you really? Bro, I'm not gonna rate Haruka. No, you can't make me. Bro, Bro, do you know how much courage it took me to even like begin rating like Vivi and Hazumi? You think I'm gonna rate? Okay, anyway. Alright. We will... Shut up. I'm not gonna prove I'm a real... Bro, how many viewers do we even have on... Oh, really? You know what? My one viewer asked to rate her, like, 1k viewer. No. Okay. Alright. We will... Bah. I don't know. Maybe one day, but not today. One day, but not today. In the meantime, we will raid Comfy. He is currently doing just chatting. Alright. Let me get the raid message for sources out. And remember, if you don't have my modes, you can place them any modes you're choosing, so long as they are appropriate. There we go. Let me get the raid all set up. Alright. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. I know, I ended up liking investigations like a lot more than I thought I would. But yeah. Alright, but with that being said, I have been Jesse Jamie, your virtual resident of the internet, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Goodbye.